Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Respect to Pick.
Are you celebrating something? You're dancing like you're celebrating something.
I'm celebrating that this is working. We've been thinking about the multiverse and the MCU possibly getting a reboot and what that could mean. So I think, personally, it's too late for a reboot. I think maybe a soft reboot where they get whoever they want in from the multiverse in, then shut it down.
It depends on what they mean for a reboot, right? Mm-hmm. Do they mean like a Tobey Maguire to Andrew Garfield reboot where like you restart the story completely? Right. Do we want a whole new Iron Man story, a whole new Cap story? No.
Too soon for that.
No. Not only too soon for that, but there's too much of the other content that you're just throwing out, right? You're just throwing it away.
And they certainly don't want to run into the mess that is DC right now, where you're going to bring back Gal Gadot for her thing, and then there's going to be a full DCU with a different Wonder Woman, and Ben Pattinson is going to do his Batman still, but they're bringing in a new Batman and Robin for the whole thing. Oh my God!
Not to mention the Joker universe.
Right.
Yeah,
there's Joaquin Phoenix has his own thing going on, and of course, if there's two different Batmans, there's going to be three Jokers.
So we don't want that to happen to Marvel, right?
Right.
The thing, my biggest problem with Marvel post Endgame is the multiverse. The multiverse destroys storylines, and it destroys the impact of character decisions, deaths, all that kind of stuff. Because you can just go back and change it. You can just go back and get rid of it. They turned time travel into universe jumping, right? It's not really, they don't use it like time travel. They have no consequences for going into the past. You know what I mean? The whole Bruce talking about
changing
the past becomes right. So now they don't do that, which is the fun of time travel, right? Is having things show up from the, you know what I mean? That kind of quirky, kind of fun stuff.
Which
Michael J. Fox.
Kind of what the Time Stone was.
Right.
It was like,
but you know what I mean? There's no Doc sending Marty the letter, that kind of stuff. None of that kind of stuff. None of that fun time travel-y stuff. It's just universe jumping. And if you've watched Loki, it gives you, dude, you watch Loki for 5 minutes and you get a headache. It's just this guy's from here and this guy's from there, and Loki's a girl, and Loki, it's Loki, but it's a different Loki, and they're falling in love, and it's just weird. Loki's in love with himself.
I think you got all you needed out of the multiverse. Can't get home. What's it called? No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Can't get home. Spider-Man can't get home.
If there's no way home, he can't get home, right?
Right. Spider-Man can't get home because there's no way. Because there's no way home.
He can't.
Wait, can we talk real quick, Jaden? Look up. Can we talk about the little space right here in your beard? Everybody, look at that. Jaden has a seam in his beard. They're he doesn't grow any hair.
That's where I stitch my beard together.
It's like you can just pull it like this and we'll pull it off.
Dude. I've never noticed that before, and now I will forever notice it. Why did you point that out to me?
You got to get.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of those mascara pens and draw.
Yeah.
Well, you have the same thing I do.
Sterling to help you out with that.
If I grow my beard out longer, I don't connect right here or in the middle.
His doesn't connect here either. My beard is spot on, man.
If I grow out a full mustache, I get a reverse Hitler. There's nothing right here, and then it grows right here. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have a swirl.
Remember the goatee? Yeah.
Can you see it in the camera?
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, but you might be able to see it in the.
But I have a hurricane in my.
So you don't have one of those Robert Downey Jr. hippie beards. Remember that the lady said in Endgame?
Yeah.
That he had a hippie beard, a guy with a hippie beard. But
now I
back to that.
Track of what we were talking about.
We were talking about the multiverse and how it,
Spider-Man. Yeah, it was fun, bringing all three Spider-Man together. That was pretty cool, okay? But the gimmick is kind of worn out, like you said, it does kind of ruin the fact that if we kill that Wanda, we can just bring in a different Wanda, then we have Wanda, yay! And it ruins the fact that her character, turned full frickin' Anakin Skywalker and went dark. You know what I mean? It's a sad story.
Right.
So
she can just be good now.
It ruins that storyline if you can just bring back. Oh, now there's a good version of her again. And there's even a South Park episode that just totally bashed the multiverse.
And if they can bring back Tony Stark, then his sacrifice was, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
meaningless.
Gamora's death is gone. Gamora's death is gone. Loki's death is gone. Loki's death is completely gone, right? Loki died at the beginning of Infinity War. He died
17,000 times.
Well, he didn't really die those other times. They just thought he was dead. It was like a fake death type of thing, like Mac and Charlie.
I think there are ways.
Did he explode? Of course, Loki's gonna explode. Think I'm not gonna explode.
So
go ahead,
I say you got to close. Yeah, go ahead.
There are ways I think that you can bring back characters and have it be meaningful still. They need to be different. They need to not have the same experiences that the one that died did.
Right.
Like, I think if they bring back Tony Stark, they need to bring back a Tony Stark that didn't have a Pepper, that didn't have a Morgan. That is like
still the one who wants to like sleep with the reporters and stuff.
Right. They need to bring that Tony Stark.
Like Tony Stark from Iron Man 2. Like drunk Tony Stark
from
shooting
Iron
at
Man
Rhodey.
1.
But didn't they kind of?
Well, he's most flawed in 2.
Didn't they kind of do that with Gamora already, though? Because she came back, but she's not in love with Peter Quill anymore, and it depresses Peter Quill.
Right.
And that creates an interesting storyline, but, I mean, so it's already been done.
Yeah, it has been done, but you can't overdo that. It only works so long, and then pretty soon you're bringing a character back just because you love them so much, which I get. I get trying to make the money and have the fans get who they want, but also it kind of reminds me of if Luke would have gone bad in the sequel trilogy, right? Mm-hmm. It would have ruined his saving of Darth Vader and his resistance to the dark side.
Right.
It would have just made that story not matter.
After he chops Darth Vader's hand off and he looks at his hand and he's like, "Oh, this is happening to me. I need to stop. Throw my lightsaber away. I'll never turn to the." All that's gone. It's all ruined.
And then If he just turns bad, it's all ruined. It's kind of in that same vein. If Tony Stark comes back to life, who cares that he died? Peter Parker being sad that he died. Doesn't matter.
But
doesn't matter.
It does matter. I think there's something to be said about doing it from, say, Morgan's perspective if they bring back Tony Stark.
So are you saying that the multiverse is you're starting to change? You're talking yourself into liking the multiverse?
He's saying that there are good ways you can do the multiverse.
There are ways you can use the multiverse. They're using it too much. They're using it as the main focal point, and it needs to not be the main focal point. It needs to be a background thing.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
but
to me, you're setting it up with Loki, the show, right, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, where Loki and Doctor Strange are becoming multiverse experts, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, and then you got Mr. Crooked Nose. He's there to help too, but
Mr. Crooked Nose.
But I can't remember his name. Mobius.
Oh, Owen Wilson.
Yeah, dude, his nose is really crooked.
Mr. Crooked Nose. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why he's in the multiverse or in the MCU, but who's not at this point?
So this whole conversation came up because we've heard reboot. So
right,
it doesn't sound like they want to reboot the whole thing. It just sounds like they want to reboot what they've announced.
It sounds to me like they want to just change the direction completely.
Right, because they've announced
not
phase 5 or 6. Is this phase 5?
Right, not like this is the longest phase they've had. This is phase 4 still, right?
They want to reboot some of the stuff that they've teased, is what it sounds like to me.
Well, yeah. They want to, from what I'm hearing, they want to listen. Everything, all their plans are kind of messed up. Captain Marvel didn't get the didn't get the reception that they thought she was going to. Right, that's
Yeah.
one thing that happened. You had
That
Jonathan
movie just
Majors
came
run
out
into
today, by the way.
the
Captain Marvel's
Jonathan
out
Majors
today.
ran into some problems,
Mm-hmm.
and so they don't know if they're keeping him around.
Yeah.
And then also Chadwick Boseman dying did not help
Mm-hmm. No,
what their plans were.
because
And I
everybody
didn't really
loved
think,
him.
yeah. And I love Black Panther. I know Phil, you thought it was overrated. I think it's really good. I think it's one of the best standalone Marvel movies there are.
It was a great
It had
movie.
some fun
It was
stuff.
a great movie.
I
But
don't particularly care for Shuri as Black Panther. I think she's more of a comic relief character. I think they could have gone in other directions with it could have been M'Baku and it could have been
my,
Nakia.
see,
Could
I
have
think
been.
my biggest problem character in those two movies is Martin Freeman. Like, what is he doing there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he's
is weird how he just kind of showed up in those
He just
movies.
shouldn't be there. You know?
Yeah,
Can I-
Like,
he's
get
too.
him out. What is he doing?
He's the Hobbit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Bilbo Baggins.
Can I tell you what I think a big problem with Marvel is right now?
You can if you want. Yeah, go for it. Tell us if you want. You didn't even
the
have to ask
sh-
permission.
Appreciate that. The shows. I think there's too many shows, almost too much content, and people are starting to get a little bit tired of it. I've heard people say, "Oh, now I got to watch Miss Marvel to understand what's going on. Now I got to watch She-Hulk and Moon Knight and Captain America." And what's the one that Captain America did? What are those two?
Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
No, the show.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon,
the Falcon
and the Winter Soldier, that one.
Soldier.
Yeah, I got to watch this and I got to watch that. Now, it's a lot of time you got to devote to keep up with the storyline.
You can't have a focal point of the show being Anthony Mackie. Come on, he's not that great.
I
Is he-
like Anthony Mackie just fine.
Well, no, you
He's
don't.
not.
You don't like
He's
him.
not the best, but he's
Yeah.
fine.
I like
You
him
don't
in
like
Black Mirror. His Black Mirror
That-
episode was fantastic.
I don't know
I
if I'm
disagree.
incorrect. I don't mean if this is slander. I'm sorry, but I've heard that he's not a great person, Anthony
Oh.
Mackie.
Well, I mean, if you've heard it, I mean, we can't deny that.
We can't deny that you heard it.
Right.
No, I
if you
can't
heard
deny
it, you
that.
heard it.
I've heard that he's not a great guy.
All right. Well, we don't. Listen, I don't like him. I don't think he's particularly
It's like Liar Liar.
captivating as a character.
In Liar Liar, he goes, "Can I take a quick restroom break?" And he goes, "Can it wait?" But Jim Carrey goes, "Yes, it can wait, but I heard if you hold it, it can do this and it can do that and make it hard for even get an erection." And the judge says, "Is that true?" Now, the way Jim Carrey worded the question was, it has to be because he can say it, right? He can't lie. But if he heard it, the fact doesn't have to be true. You know what I mean? Because he's saying,
if you can't
heard."
tell a lie, you could use it to predict the future, right?
Yeah, like Pinocchio.
You can say, "Hey, well, the Lakers are going to win tonight," and then if they're going to win, you
It's
can
pretty
say
extreme the way it works in Liar Liar, so probably, yeah. I don't know.
it. Anyways,
Sorry,
anyways,
I steered us off course.
1-1-3.
back. I mean, it's okay to steer off course a little bit, but
Yeah.
back to Marvel. Let us know what you guys think. Do you guys think they need? What do you think? Where does Marvel need to go? What characters do you guys like to see him focus on? I'd like to hear what you guys think.
I thought
What characters do you want in the Avengers, and what characters do you want to see more involved in what's happening? And let's leave out Peter Parker and Doctor Strange, and see, who else.
well,
else
they
do you guys
teased a
want?
lot of stuff with Doctor Strange, right? They got Charlize Theron shows up, and
I know,
they
but-
got this whole thing going on. Get her involved. Who don't love Charlize Theron? She's been in a lot
Okay.
of great stuff, and you got Fantastic Four coming now. I can't get a straight answer out of anywhere I read. I've heard that Adam Driver is the main dude, and then I heard he's out. I think he would be fantastic, the stretchy guy.
I don't know about
No,
Fantastic.
Jaden's making a face.
Hey, was that a joke because he's Mr. Fantastic? Did you say he was fantastic because he's going to be playing
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic?
No,
Was it?
I-
Say
but I
yes.
think
Say
it was
yes.
a-
It was a joke.
I think he would be
Say-
great. Yes, it was Jaden. I'm that smart.
Thank you.
Adam Driver.
Thank you.
Adam Driver wouldn't be that bad. Not John Krasinski though. I don't think John Krasinski's incredibly good actor personally, but
He's
there's
one
something
of
to
those
be said
guys that
about-
was fan casted.
There's
He was fan
something to
casted.
be said about your. There's something
Go
to
ahead,
be
Jay.
said about your best movie being one where you don't talk. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean he's not
Yeah.
in any movies.
Like-
He's not in very many movies.
No, he
He's
did
not
that
in
Jack. He did that Jack Ryan show, and I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, I just don't think he's an action actor. You know, I always wondered like
Yeah.
certain actors like, oh,
Romantic
he's an
comedies.
action star. It's like, can't anyone be an action star? But then you watch John Krasinski. He just got his ass kicked, right? And he's holding on to a grenade, and he's using that as like, you know, if I pull this pin, everybody's dead. So leave me alone, right? And the way he delivered that line was so terrible. He's like, if I take out this pin, we all die. Like, he didn't play like being hurt well, you know? It's like,
Isn't that
that's
your
part of
Harrison
being
Ford
an
impression?
action star. Was that a Harrison Ford impression? No, I've never done a Harrison Ford
Yeah.
impression.
So all right, Jaden, what about you? Who do you want? Who would you? Out of the ones they've already used, who do you like, and who do you not particularly like?
Well, my two favorite superheroes are Doctor Strange and Peter Parker.
I
and you
just
guys
said besides those two.
I know. That's why I'm having a hard time.
Okay, well let me go then. I really like the young lady who plays Kamala Khan. I thought she was really good. I really like Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop / Hawkeye. Thought she was good, and I like Shang-Chi.
Yep.
I thought he
Simu
was
Liu.
really good too.
Now,
And I like
have
Aquafina in there too. Aquafina is really good to me as a sidekick, but why would they name her that?
that's
just her
her.
name.
That's her thing, isn't it?
Aquafina? It's a water.
It's probably a
isn't it?
stage name.
Like,
Isn't it?
well,
It's probably
name
a
my
stage name,
kid,
right?
Colorado Springs water.
Why the hell would they name her Queen Latifah? What the fuck?
Aquafina though? It's water. Isn't it water? What am I missing here?
Yeah,
Does
it's
it
a
mean
brand of
something
water.
else that water
Why the
took?
hell would
right?
they name
Like,
their son Juice World?
I mean,
But listen, hold on.
okay, but still, as a stage name, it's terrible, right? It's like, hey, I know what I'm going to name myself after.
I lost you guys.
Water. You guys are frozen. Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
you were
No, we're
froze.
You're frozen.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Now I have something to say about Haley Steinfeld, but I can't spoil something for Jaden. Is there any way we can like mute him or turn him off for a minute?
What's going to be? Is it something I care about being spoiled?
Yeah, well, when we talked about this, before recording, I mentioned something about the Spider-Man movies.
Oh,
you
I can
said
just
you
go
didn't-
wee. I can just go pee while you
Go
guys talk
go
about it.
pee.
Oh, hurry
go
up.
pee. Go pee. No, he doesn't have
You
to
guys
hurry
can talk
up.
about it.
But he's going to come back and watch the show, though.
Right. Okay. So listen, Mark. Do you watch the Spider-Verse movies? Do you care if I spoil something?
What do you mean the Spider-Verse movies? You mean
The cartoons, the Miles Morales, yeah.
No, I don't care.
You don't care if they're spoiled. Okay. Because I haven't seen the second one yet, but at the end, I hear it goes to live action.
Oh, really?
It turns from cartoon to live action. Again, messing with the multiverse. But Haley Steinfeld plays the voice of Gwen Stacy. So now what do you do if she's a main character in a live action Spider-Verse movie? She already plays the Hawkeye girl. So that's my
I don't
thing.
know.
She'll be playing two different people.
Maybe
Like,
I don't think the Into the Spider-Verse movies are going to be MCU stuff.
There's quite a few people
They're
who
gonna
play two different people within the universe. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I know Hawkeye's wife, Linda Cardellini. She's the voice of Rocket's friend in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And she plays and Hawkeye's wife.
Yeah, now Jaden's gone. And then, hi, Jaden.
Well, he'll be
Hi,
back. We'll
Jaden.
just keep going. But I didn't want to spoil that for him because I haven't seen the movie and it was spoiled for me, so I didn't want to spoil it for him.
So I didn't like
I'm on
Eternals
board.
that much. I
I
didn't
loved
like the Thor.
Eternals.
The next Thor movie was crap. Right?
I didn't like
Thor:
Thor
Love and
either.
Thunder.
Are they going to do a 5? I've heard they might do a 5. But
We don't
I
need
mean,
it. I don't
the way
mind
they
Thor showing up. I don't mind Thor showing up now as a cameo in other movies, just like maybe some kind of leadership thing or showing them something or doing something. But he doesn't need to be in it. He doesn't need any more movies.
because the way they closed it out, he could be done, right? He's taken care of the girl, so he's done. He wants to step out and from being a hero, and he can be done. Because they have,
Yeah.
I mean, you have to find a way of ending story arcs without killing everybody off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm back from the pee break.
Okay, good time.
Yeah,
because
that's
we're done
true.
talking about what I had to talk
I
about.
feel like I can smell the pee now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Smells-
smell my
from like
pee.
50 miles away, you can smell my pee.
Tell me if this
Yeah.
is normal. I can smell popcorn in my pee if I've just eaten a bunch of popcorn. Popcorn
That's
and
gross.
onions are the two things I can smell.
That's pretty disgusting.
Dude,
know?
my
I'm
pee
just gonna
smells
say
really
that.
bad in the morning. The first time I pee, it smells so bad.
Oh,
Listen,
and
I
it's so
don't- I know
yellow.
I-
That first pee in the morning is like school bus yellow,
It's brutal.
like almost
Brutal.
orange.
It's pretty bad.
That's disgusting, guys.
Well, it's been sitting in your body all night for 8 hours.
Okay, are we done with the Marvel thing here? Anybody got anything else to say?
Well, my main
Miss
things
Marvel, the Marvels come out tomorrow. Do you guys go ahead, Phil?
we're gonna go see the Marvels. Tandy hasn't seen Miss Marvel, and I tried to tell her that she should because I hear it's pretty important, to learn.
You
her
haven't seen it?
backstory. I've seen Miss Marvel. I've
'Cause
watched
you
all
said
the
here.
shows.
I thought.
I've seen them
Listen,
all.
I disagree with your take about the shows. I like the shows. Okay, I feel like the problem is they try to intertwine everything too much.
Right,
Which was
and
my
that-
original problem. I didn't like the MCU at first because I wanted the characters to have their
Their own
own
thing.
universe because some of their stories don't work in universes where they're all together, right? Like
right. If
somebody with a superpower is not that big a deal if you have Thor, right? It's like here's a good example, but it's not the MCU. It's DC, right?
Mhm.
Who the hell gives a shit if Flash is fast? Superman's fast, and he can fly, and he's impenetrable, and he can freaking shoot lasers out of his eyes, and he's just almost as fast as Flash. So when you put them together, it kind of Batman. Batman in a universe where he's by himself, he's a badass dude, right?
Yeah.
He's like ninja, he beats people up and all that stuff. But when you got other guys who have superpowers, it makes him kind of,
Well, I don't know if it's fake or if it was like from a deleted scene or something like that, but I heard like the DCU characters talking about their superpowers and how they wanted superpowers, and then Ben Affleck comes in and says superpowers are overrated. I think that kind of makes him still a badass, that he's out there and he's trying and he's fighting and he's building stuff and creating stuff and making
goes to
plans
his
to save the
will.
world, when he knows that the villains that he is up against could have all these powers that he doesn't.
None of the Batman villains have superpowers.
No, but he's
Yeah, they do. Mr. Freeze.
in Justice League, he's fighting villains that do.
Yeah.
Even though they're not necessarily Batman villains.
People always say that, and that's fine if you want to say it. But if I'm on an airplane and the airplane's going down, I'm calling Superman, not Batman. And I'm not going to be like,
yeah.
Batman, will you come save me because it'll be fun because you don't have superpowers. That speaks to who's a stronger, more powerful superhero.
But Bruce,
Yeah, it's pretty badass you tried to save our plane, Batman, but
Next time, just call Superman for us, would you?
Listen,
hey, Batman,
Bruce
can you help us? Batman's going to go, Robin, get on the horn with Superman. Superman will go say.
Bruce Wayne
Used to
is
bat
a
them.
fucking billionaire. He don't need to be doing this. He sees Superman's out there. He could just say, "All right, Supes, go ahead. I'm going to lay back in my jacuzzi and and just chill out and
So
take
what?
Flights. To
That
France and
that speaks to his
he
character.
still
It doesn't
goes
speak
out-
to his super. It
Batman
doesn't speak to his
just-
superpowerness, though.
no. Yeah,
It
it speaks
doesn't.
to his
I'm just
moral
saying it makes him
fiber.
super cool. That he doesn't have the superpowers. He's rich. He don't need to be doing this, but he still goes out there and fucking does it.
Well, so can I? I would like to deposit Iron Man into the mix because he's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of doing the exact
Yeah,
same
he's
thing.
the
They're the
same
same.
thing.
They're the
No,
same.
I agree.
But he would kick Batman's ass.
He would kick Batman's ass
He would kick Batman's ass.
into like the Jurassic period. He would kick
Okay,
Batman's ass.
okay.
I mean,
how about
Batman
this?
is just Nat with a utility belt.
Okay, take Tony Stark in his suit, in his three-piece suit. Take Bruce Wayne in his three-piece suit. Put them in a ring. Bruce Wayne beats the shit out of fucking Tony
So
Stark.
what's your point?
Yeah,
My
what-
point is that Bruce
Take
Wayne.
Take Batman and all of his shit, and put Superman buck naked, and Superman beats the shit out of Batman.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying
So
that
what's your point?
Bruce Wayne has more than just his gadgets, but Tony Stark that's pretty much all he has is his gadgets.
Well, two things. Tony Stark always has his gadgets on him,
Mm-hmm.
like even when he's in his suit. Like he was just walking around with Pepper
And
Potts.
Tony
He was in
Stark
Iron Man suit that whole time.
is brilliant. He's a genius too.
Right. Well, so is Bruce Wayne.
I don't think Bruce Wayne.
No,
is.
he's not. He's just rich. He talks to Morgan Freeman to get all his shit made.
Yeah,
Well, he
yeah.
created-
Morgan Freeman makes the stuff.
but before Lucius Fox was ever invented, Bruce Wayne was creating some of his own shit, grappling hooks and. Listen, Morgan Freeman
You
didn't
wanna know
create
what-
that shark repellent.
Listen, or the light up bat phone under the
Right?
Julius
Or
Caesar
the-
hat.
I didn't see
The
fucking Morgan
anti-suffocation
Freeman invent
bat
that shit.
pills.
Now, Bruce.
So no,
Here's
if
what
you
you need
really
to
want
do.
to save superhero movies, DC and Marvel should get together and make a movie.
They've talked
Make a
about that
movie.
before. I
Crossover.
think there's comics, right, where they're mixed.
Just make. Listen,
Yeah,
you only need like 6 characters: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and
Captain
that's
America.
it. Yeah,
No Doctor
and have them
Strange.
fight against each other. How would they beat him without? How would they beat they? If Superman's going to be on the DC side, you got to
Superman
have
would take
Doctor
'em all
Strange or
out.
Thor,
Yeah.
or you got to have Doctor Strange and Thor actually.
Right, because
Well,
they could,
otherwise-
they could probably
Superman-
find kryptonite.
Superman's one of Superman's weaknesses is magic, so I think just Doctor Strange.
I mean, you always say that,
But
That's
that
it.
is, it's
That's-
canon. It's canon that
Yep.
Superman is weak to magic.
but it doesn't kill him.
Well, it can.
Listen, they could send Peter Quill out to find some
Kryptonite.
kryptonite. While it'd be Doctor Strange, Thor, and Captain America taking on Superman, right? While Peter Quill's going to find.
Well, I think.
Kryptonite.
Listen, I feel like Spider-Man and Iron Man could easily take Wonder
Batman
Woman.
and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has superpowers,
Wonder
though.
Woman's pretty
I
fucking
feel like it
strong.
comes down to Wonder Woman versus Batman. Batman just is out of the count. You know what I mean? Like he's just out. And then it comes down to Wonder Woman versus Spider-Man and Iron Man.
All right, let me go. I'm going to tell you a MCU character, and you tell me if Batman can beat him or not.
Okay.
Okay,
This is a fun game.
Phil, you too. Okay, this is it. Batman. You just say yes if Batman can beat him, and no if he can't. Spider-Man,
No.
No,
Captain
I
America.
think it would be. I think it could
No.
be a better fight than you think.
Captain America.
No.
Captain America, maybe,
No.
probably
No
not.
shot.
But I mean, if he had enough gadgets, and maybe.
Black Widow.
I can't definitively say
No.
no. But he would beat the shit out of Black Widow.
It's more fair. It's a fair fight, but I feel like Black Widow still got it on him.
Nah,
You know what I mean? Batman's so bulky.
Batman
Hawkeye.
takes out Hawkeye too.
He takes Hawkeye. He can take Hawkeye.
You think Hawkeye's better than is not as tough as Black Widow?
Yes, I think Black Widow's better than Hawkeye.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it depends. Is Batman just walking around being like, "Where are you?" And then Hawkeye shoots him in the head with an arrow?
Okay,
Like,
one
is
more.
that what happens?
Black Panther.
No shot. Batman wins.
I think
Black
he
Panther wins
could.
easily.
No way.
No shot.
my money-
Black
my
Maybe he could
money's on-
outsmart him.
Batman.
My
He could
money's on
outsmart
Black
him, but-
Panther, but
Dude,
but I
Black
think he
Panther's
could.
got a lot of gadgets too. Batman wishes he had a Black Panther suit.
Well, all Black Panther has to go is Bombay, and he's got a million people behind him.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. All right. Do they need to shut down the multiverse? Where do you think you don't think they need to shut down the multiverse, Jaden? I
I
think they
think it needs
do.
to be soft shut down.
New character. Give
It
me
needs to
Doctor
be
Doom
less.
as the superhero.
Yeah, the
Again,
main villain. Yeah.
pull
See,
the characters out of each other's storylines a little bit. They're in each other's way sometimes. Everybody doing something fantastic makes the fantastic things they do less fantastic, right?
I don't get why they
So,
have to eliminate Kang just because of Jonathan Majors. They have a gajillion different,
but
people
why do you
versions of
care
him.
about
They
Kang
have
if
a
we're getting rid of the
I
multiverse?
don't, but I don't care about Kang necessarily. But is that his only thing? Is that he's can control the multiverse, or is it because he's
Yeah,
like
he's
super
a multiverse
powerful?
guy.
Yeah, he's
No, he's a
Kang the
multiverse guy.
Conqueror. Kang went and conquered all the universes. That's
Okay,
his
but how
thing.
did he do that? Just because he can conquer the multiverse, or because he's super powerful too?
Because he's
Is
super
he
powerful.
say the multiverse didn't exist? Could he whoop ass in one universe?
Yes. Did you see Quantumania? That's exactly what
Yeah,
that
I
answers
saw
your question
Quantumania.
exactly.
That's the Kang that's on the
Okay,
that's the
so
close that's the Kang that's closest to the sacred timeline, right?
so there's
The
all
one
these
on
different
Quantumania.
Peter Parkers. There's all these different Lokis. Why can't there be a different looking Kang? That's
There
my
can.
thing. If you
But
want to
I
keep
don't
the
want
character
him.
badly enough,
Kill him. If you kill him, you can shut down the multiverse. Let's end phase 4 with that, or phase 5, or whatever we're on now, and give me another superhero.
I feel like they're pushing it too much. Like with Thanos, it was just like hints here and there
Mm-hmm.
about like an overarching story. And this is like Kang, 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 Kang. You know what I
okay.
mean?
Well, see,
Like
see
he's
now
all over the place.
that's part of the problem of a reboot. You do all this talk, and then all of a sudden, oh, he just turns out he's a fucking wuss.
Yeah.
You know?
He can't even beat Killmonger, right?
What?
He fights Killmonger in Creed 3.
Creed 3.
Um,
Creed whoops his ass.
Yeah.
that's who I was hoping they'd bring back for Black Panther.
Eric Killmonger?
Yeah, like he like redeemed himself and
See,
be a good person again.
I think they wasted Nakia. I think she's one of the best actresses in the MCU, and I think they wasted her. They could have done way more with her.
Well,
Yeah.
they set up a Black Panther
Right.
thing,
I mean,
right?
now she's going to be mother of Black Panther, so
Right, so she
So-
could still be involved quite deeply here. I'm on
Just-
board with killing the multiverse. Part of the problem though is you're going to start getting all these what ifs, like when Rise of Skywalker, when they fired the director. Now you have to hear about, oh, this is what could have happened if they would have kept that director. I think they should have went in that direction. Blah 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 blah. Now you're going to get that if Marvel should have just stuck with their Phase 5 that they originally had. Blah 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 blah. You know, it's just going to cause so much. I think maybe people need to stop doing that shit. Like setting all this stuff up and like having these big announcements. Here's when this movie's going to come out, and here's when that movie's going to come out, and that's going to end Phase 5, and then this is coming out, and that. Maybe they need to stop doing that shit, teasing all that stuff, and then fucking killing it because the shit that they planned and released turned out to be crap.
Okay, Jaden.
I think that they can't kill the multiverse. I think it just needs to take a back seat.
Okay.
I can get on board with that.
I don't know if that's possible at this point. To me, I want the multiverse for shut down completely. I want there only to be one timeline. Forget time travel. Then the green stone is gone, right? The time stone is gone. Get out of here with these time doors that the TVA had. You know, they can just travel through time with doors. Like
Your old man brain can't wrap around the multiverse.
it's too much. It's not about my old man brain. It's about
Yep,
it's
is.
about it just being too stupid and convoluted. Because if you have something that convoluted, you can always find ways to poke holes in the continuity of what's happening, and it just makes everything too messy, and it also ruins deaths and stories and decisions that the characters make.
I agree.
You guys tell us what we think. Tell us what we think.
Don't tell us what we
Tell
think.
us what
Tell
we
us what
think.
you think.
I don't think they can tell us what we think.
Well, now they can. Tell us
Right,
what we
because
think
told
based on
them.
what we just said.
But
just what
do we
just
need
said.
them to
Yeah,
tell us?
okay.
I mean, we already said it. We already know.
No.
So why don't
No.
they
How
tell
about
us
they
what
tell us
they
what
think?
they think?
Very good. Tell us what you
That-
think
okay,
about the
I like that.
Marvel universe.
That's a better idea. I think we go with that idea instead of the
And
other.
maybe we'll get Kevin Feige on next time, and we'll give him a little bit.
Isn't it Feige?
Have we
Oh.
reached out to him yet?
Kevin Feige.
No, I don't think we have. We
Give him
should.
a call.
No.
We'll try to get him on for our. We'll try to get him on for our next episode. I got his ear, so I can get him to make some changes.
I bet he's
Get him
got
to make-
plenty
Feige,
of
if you want to
time.
come beat us up, you can.
I mean, does he know that we
Beat
are set up
us
to
up.
do remote interviews now? I mean,
Oh
that
yeah.
could change
Well,
things.
we could just send him an email to come to our Riverside account.
Well, I feel like we got to get Tony on here before we get Kevin.
Is Tony
Oh,
gonna?
yeah,
He's coming here. I thought.
Tony's coming here. Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard anything about it in a while.
Well, let's
Okay.
reach out to him. Make sure.
Because he doesn't want to be there when Phil's there. For
I
some
said I
reason.
would step aside.
For some,
I said I would
what,
step aside.
I mean, you're his bigger fan. It seems like you'd want. you to
I
be
know,
there.
right? For whatever
He doesn't
reason, he
like
just.
him. It's cool. He just doesn't
I'm
like
a
you.
very likable.
Speaking of Tony, we're going to have another guest episode. We're going to do an episode about sports balls, which Jaden doesn't like. So, my friend
Sports
Anthony,
balls.
also known as Tony, is going to come and give us a
Replace
talk.
him.
Yeah, you're going to look a lot different in the next episode. Well, maybe not
Yes.
the next episode. But one of the
For
next
our sports fans out there, we do talk sports. We love baseball in particular. The World Series is now over. We want to do an episode where we talk about the bunch of the big rule changes. Yay or nay? Do we keep a lot of them?
And our top 11 for that episode is going to be the top 11 greatest sports teams of all time.
1998 Yankees, baby.
The greatest? No way.
That's my vote.
No dream team, no international team, but, you know.
You don't want a dream team? It almost should count.
Nah,
Almost
no
should
international. No, because dream team's not too obvious. And then you have dream team 2, right? A redeem team and all that
count. Dream
stuff.
Team 1 is way better than Dream
That-
Team anything
But the second best team could still be Dream Team 2. I mean, then you're just wiping it out with a bunch of professional basketball guys playing international sports. I mean, that's it. So, all right, we're going to shut this one off. And like the multiverse, we're going to shut this down right now. All right, Loki, shut it down, Loki. Shut it
Get
down.
it done.
Shut
Loki
it
and Doctor
down.
Strange, between them,
Shut it
they'll get it done.
down. Shut it down. Shut it. Shut it. Shut it down.
Like and follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and coming soon to your favorite podcast
Shut it
platform.
down. Shut it down.
Shut up.